Questions for specifically for Jae Hoon, right? Since we only had like, I think like what was it, 2 hours of like learning him. Yeah, I had this like thought in my head when I was like doing the trials and stuff like that. He's fun to play, but he's hard though. You know, he's hard, right? Not like Joe or anything like that. I mean, Joe has some pretty interesting stuff, but I wouldn't necessarily call him like hard. If you like get him, you get him. But it's like with Don Juan, with Jae Hoon, I think it's just like, you know, his charge mechanics, his charge partitioning of him like doing like canceling like moves. If it was like a DP, like maybe, but no, I guess it's like it's in the DNA of the Cap1 like family legacy, except for maybe like Don Juan. Jae Hoon is like his daddy 2.0, so Kim Cap1 has like a charged flash kick, has like a charge input flash kick, you know, so you gotta have that in Jae Hoon's kid. But he is very saucy, he is very cool. Do you have like a few gripes with him, like his like what was it, you know how like every character has, or most characters, I haven't tried like all of them, but most characters have like light confirm into super, like Rock has it, Terry has it, Hotaru has it, you know, things like that. Jae Hoon like doesn't have that. A little bit like with like down LP maybe if you're like really close, but that's like, it's not the traditional down LP, stand LP, or stand LK, some shit like that. No, it doesn't work like that because they transition into Jae Hoon's like light string transitions into far LP or far A or far B, and neither far A nor far B doesn't like cancel into like super, right? Unless it's maybe like a counter hit situation, you know? But his combos are like really like swaggy, like he could like go really like far with Jae Hoon's combos, you know? His best like damage output we like discovered is like level 1 super into another level 1 super, you know? It's not really like level 2 or anything. It's not really like red line version level 2 supers, or even like level 3. You might try like level 3, I don't know, but it's like the biggest damage output we got was like 669 or something like that, you know? That was really cool. I'll have to like maybe like experiment a little. Well, I want to like experiment a little bit more, but I feel like it will be like scale too even. I mean, we could try, but you know. But Jae Hoon's like saucy, right? I like his like strings and the things that you can do canceling into like stuff, you know. Wild punishes are like really cool. I couldn't like do any of like, I mean, I'm sorry, I couldn't do any of like the combos that I wanted to like practice on because it's SNK AI, right? They'll like block a holy metric ton without like me finding it like any openings, or they'll just like mash in between my feint strings, so I won't get the opportunity to do them, you know, unless they do like a recoverable like deep, not a recoverable, what was it, mistimed uppercut or things like that, which I have like the low reaction time to not capitalize on that, and when I do, I panic, right? But at least I got like some combos like working. I got like some synergies, I got like some stuff down when I was doing the arcade ladder for Kim Jae Hoon. Yeah, again, he's cool, right? He's pretty solid, right? I'm sure there's a ton of other combo videos, right? I'm sure there's a ton of other people that got like coverage of Jae Hoon ahead of the season 2 release date that have way better strings than like I do, or what I've like discovered, you know. But as far as like, you know, how competent he is, right, in the season 2, I mean, I'm not gonna say, right? Like, I mean, this is just legit day 1. You know, we haven't seen any tournaments of the of how season 2 fares, right? Our first official tournament is going to be like Frosty Faustings, and that's going to be next week. Frosty Faustings is going to be our first major tournament for season 2, but Jae Hoon is going to be tournament banned, so we won't be able to see him. Although on the other side, with 2x KO, Caitlyn is going to be playable, you know? So some mixed messaging here, you know? Right? You allow one character to be playable via like early access builds, but you don't allow one character that dropped like today, you know? Things like that. Yeah. That's fair, that's like that, but like, you know. I would say Jae Hoon is like a solid character. It's like, yeah, Kim 2.0, right? Doesn't really act in a way, well, personality wise, who acts like, you know, Kim, but as far as like playstyle wise, Jae Hoon has his own things, you know? I was a little bit disappointed with like his level 2 super being like, you know, just a bunch of fire effects, where like the level 1 is the more badass version because it's the Phoenix, right? That's the whole Kyaku or some shit like that, right? I like that super. I wish that was, you know, there as like a level 2 or some shit like that, but no. Right? His supers are really cool. The punch one being like, you know, the combo extender / combo opener, while the kick one is like the damage ender, you know, damage ender super. And the level 3 is like a cool like reference, right? So it's really cool. Yeah, he's got like some really cool stuff, you know. I would say he's like good B+, or like A- in terms of like a tier, right? Like he's cool. I would love to see like Abu Omar try out like Kim Dan Hwan, because I know he was super good with like Kim Jae Hoon with Kim Dan Hwan, right, when he was entering in SWC and stuff like that. Yeah, he has a really sick Kim Dan Hwan, bro. It's just like the meta was still prevalent in like season 1. Hoping that gets like changed, you know. Frosty Faustings will be like our, once again our first viewing season 2 in full display, so we'll see hopefully like some changes. I heard like in the balance patch, right, some like it didn't really like affect much, right, like Hotaru and Kain. Like we read through like the patch notes, and at best like the 4 horsemen got relatively like touched, Kain and Hokuto Maru being the ones that are like, you know, they can get away. Kain like with damage reduction values with his supers and I think like specials. Hokuto Maru also got like the same treatment, but his still game plan is still like prevalent. But Hotaru, I think like the main nerf that she got was her like travel speed, which is like her run or dash. So that is a significant nerf. And Kain doesn't have that much, and Kain got, I think what I've heard is like 50-50, like some is like good, some is like great, some is like not that good. I think mainly what we saw from the patch notes is that Kain can't do his like set play stuff anymore, like Schwarze Flame or Schwarze number, like the detonating projectile shit, the detonator bomb, stuff like that. That shit got like nerfed plenty. So yeah, we're gonna see like different Kain. I also heard like crouching HP is not gonna be that abusable anymore, right? There's also standing HK, things like that. Yeah, so like Kain got like definitely like nerfed a little bit. He'll still be like playable, but he does have a lot of he did take a lot of hits, right? So yeah, I say that was like good.